Laffmattazz, a popular comedy show on Nigerian television, will be making its 17th appearance soon. It's one show that brings together some of the best comedians in contemporary Nigeria. And joining us now for a conversation on this is Gbenga Adeyinka, the first, who is popularly called the Grand Comedian of the Federal Republic, the brains behind Laffmattazz. He'll also be sharing his thoughts on the current state of slapstick comedy and Nigeria's entertainment industry in general. And it's good to have you here, Gbenga. Thanks for joining us.
I'm excited, I'm honored, I'm in awe.
Wow.
Nice to be here.
It's good to be here. I hope we'll be laughing a lot this morning.
I hope so too, because man, we need to laugh.
We need it.
We need to laugh.
Absolutely.
You think with all the things going on in Nigeria now, laughter is what is next?
No, but you see, with the absence of laughter, if we didn't have laughter, it will be worse than it is. People's BPs will be shooting through the roof, although they are now, but at least we help bring them down. And it's been medically proven that when people laugh a lot like she does, they look younger than they really are. So I'm sure she can't be more than 16.
Exactly.
Sweet 16, isn't it?
Yes.
So, tell us about Laffmattazz in its 17th edition. What makes it different this time around, and why did you start it in the first place?
Okay, why did we start the Laffmattazz tour? I needed to leave the virtual space that everybody's running to and meet people on the streets, have a one-on-one relationship, communicate and all that. And we started that 17 years ago, like you said. I wanted somewhere that we could give premium comedy experience different from what we had in Lagos. So we started from Ibadan. And 17 years down the line, we've done Ibadan, Abeokuta, Ilorin, Oshogbo, Akure, and we do 5 cities every year. Then people started asking me, oh, so how is Ibadan? Will you be able to come and do our show? I said, I live in Lagos, so I'm just touring, But eventually, after COVID, we had what we call Lagos at Last. We came back to Lagos, and it was a wonderful experience. It was totally awesome. Why do we do this? We do this because we want to create a platform where we can raise new comedy generals, new entertainment stars, and at the same time give the already established and those of us they call the old school an opportunity to show what we still have, and at the end of the day, create an environment for wholesome family fun. And that's what we've been doing.
So the show is tomorrow?
The show is tomorrow.
Where is it happening?
It's at the Balmoral Federal Palace in Victoria Island. It's a mixed grill of comedy, music, different forms of entertainment. We have a circus group that will be jumping, somersaulting and all that. We have some of the finest comedians Nigeria has to offer, from Alibaba to Edo Pikin to Ababa Number 1 to ATM, quite a couple of them. We have living legends of music. There's Sonny Neji, Musiliu Aruno Ishola. We have some not so old. We have Timi Dakolo. We have Nini Ola. We have a few DJs. Then we have Aristo's band. We have Aristo's band. We have Shegun Johnson. It's just an evening of total entertainment.
I saw your show in London in summer, and the London show was part of the, I believe, 5 or 6 city tour that you do. Now you're rounding off the Laffmattazz this year, with this Lagos edition. It looks to me like there must be big money in comedy. To be touring Manchester, London, Black, everywhere, and then you're back in Lagos.
Okay,
how lucrative or how profitable is comedy? And of course, you look it. We can see.
Okay, in all honesty, I've always told people some of my younger colleagues too that be faithful to the art. It will be faithful to you. In the long run, okay, I was brought up to believe that if you chase money, that's what you keep doing. You keep chasing money. But if you chase your art, a time will come when the art will start to pay off. We're not Nest Oil people, we're not bankers, we're not, but idea art that we do well for ourselves. We build well. When you get to a certain level, you can build well, but it takes a lot of grind to get to that level. And acceptance too helps you a lot. Relationships you've built over the years helps you to keep staying relevant. We did the UK tour because it was important to show them out there what we had here. It's always very disheartening to me when all we see about Nigeria are all the bad news, the negative parts that come out of that. So we had to go out to show them that, see, we have this, and this is who we are. But by and large, comedy is lucrative to some of those people. But me, I'm still struggling.
No, hardly. And, to your point about relationship building, are there any topics that you consider off limits? I know this is always a big conversation for comedians, but especially at a time like this when the issues in Nigeria are so serious, do you ever feel the need to essentially slide them into the conversation, or do you just kind of separate the two?
You see, for comedy, there are two schools of thought. There are those who believe that you should do comedy for the sake of comedy. And there are some of us who believe that comedy can be used as a tool for social re-engineering. Also, there's something called too soon in comedy. For instance, it would be very stupid of me to start making fun about all the kidnappings going on, But there are ways you can say these things to make the people involved in securing our nation do more. I think that it's important that we lend our voices to things happening in society, not necessarily by poking, by making jokes out of them, but it can also be a sort of commentary, and that is where versatility and experience comes to play. You need to know, like I heard you trying to run a Yoruba proverb earlier. People say that sorry can come in the male or female version. It's better said in Yoruba. Olabo. There's a way you can say things that won't be as offensive.
Oh, you're referring to what I said earlier about Eyinlohun.
Eyinlohun,
yes.
Correct. I can tell a joke and I'm talking about you, and you are there laughing and laughing, and when you get home, it suddenly hits you that, wait, this guy was actually talking about me. Okay, let me see what I can do to get better. And that is where experience, versatility, knowing the craft comes to play.
All right, Gbenga, let me ask you this. It's a bit personal, but I'm sure that anyway, I've prepared you. You're a graduate of English. You're married to a legal luminary in our own right. Does it sound offensive if and when you are referred to as a comedian?
No. I think...
I know that you do other things.
The highlight of my life is comedy. I grew up not knowing that I was going to do this, but I realized that I'd always done this. It was back in the days that comedians were seen as ne'er-do-wells, as people who had no other choice than to do comedy. I have a lot of colleagues who are lawyers. I have a lot of colleagues who are engineers. I think Oke Bakassi is an engineer. So it's not for the
lack of
what to do, is a personal decision.
What else would you have done if you were not doing this?
I would have been a footballer or a teacher. Those are two things I love. I love playing football, but football was beaten out of my body. It was my parents actually beat it out of my body. But I would have loved to be a teacher. because I love imparting. And a lot of times when I'm with my younger colleagues, that's what I do. But there must be dignity in labor. And that is one thing I see that is missing in Nigeria. You find Nigerians leave Nigeria to do other jobs that they will never do in Nigeria. You understand? My wife is a lawyer, she's a professional. I'm a comedian, I'm a professional. I dare add that I might even be making more money than she's making, you know? So, but you see, the truth of it is that when you also do this, the essence of education is to open your mind and get you to do other things. There are other things I do, like you said. But comedy is what I do, and I should be proud of it. And I'm extremely proud of it.
And how do you kind of see the next generation of comedians? I know that skit making is so big here. TikTok comedians, social media has just changed the game entirely. How do you kind of conceptualize that?
I'm excited about it. You know, there's this thing about Nigeria. If I start packing sachet sand, people will tell me I'm crazy. But if it starts to sell, my sister, you too will start selling sachet sand. You know, when comedy started, the way we know it, we looked on serials. There was a time where it will be difficult for you to find 1-2 comedians at events. But right now, it will be difficult for you not to find comedians at events. Back to your question, I'm excited that the comedy industry is growing. There's more to comedy than just stand-up comedy. And we've not even gotten there. The skit makers, God bless them, are expanding the frontiers. The TikTok comedians are expanding the frontiers. We need to do more. I want to grow, old, die, if I can look back, see a more vibrant industry than we were in. That will be my crowning glory.
Except that you didn't, we really have to go, but except that you didn't touch on an area that I was hoping you talk about, which is the regulation. People say that the comedy industry is not regulated at all.
Yes,
anybody can say anything.
Yes, we're not regulated, but you see, that is the duty of the people who engage us. The wheat needs to be separated from the chaff. If people don't find it as productive as it should be because of what they say and how they say what they say, they'll go and do some other thing.
That's true.
But if we start saying, let's put a rule in place, I believe that you can't regulate talent. But the people who patronize us should be the ones who are like the monitors of what we do. So if I can make a living from it, I know that, okay, I must be doing something right. But if I'm not making a living from it, then I'll go and do something else, or maybe re-engineer what I do.
Fantastic. So all roads lead to Balmora tomorrow. Laffmattazz, the 17th edition.
I can't wait.
We'll see you there.
I'll see you there.
Absolutely.
And I'll make you tell a joke so we can laugh.
Maybe.
Thank you. Thank you for
Thank you
joining us
very
on
much
the show.
for having me.